I recently graduated from UConn, and Sally was my advisor, and throughout my whole time there, she was supportive and really encouraged me to explore my areas of interest, and I definitely wouldn't be where I am right now without her.
At 70 years old, I decided to go back to school to get my PhD, and Sally Reis was my advisor. I couldn't have asked for anybody who was more supportive and helped me with my extreme writing anxiety. Now it's just writing anxiety. She was wonderful. She helped me the whole time. And at age 75, I'm now Dr. Rachel.
During 3 summers, the very first year I was here, first of all, your book inspired me to think about giftedness in a different way for females. But then when I was here, I was talking to you about wanting to be in a doctoral program and waiting for BJ to be finished with his. And you told me you don't have to wait, you can go right now. And you told me that there's funds available for people who are interested in pursuing their doctorate, and without knowing that, I wouldn't have been able to do it. So thank you so much for inspiring me and for helping me find a way to pay for my doctorate, and for really helping me get started in this field that I love and am so passionate about. So thank you.
Sally came into my undergraduate class I think my junior year, and she's probably the only person in the world who can, in one 60 to 90 minute lecture, pretty much change the course of somebody's future. So thank you, Sally. At that time I wasn't even sure I was in the right field, and now look where I am, and so I do owe a lot to you. Thank you very much.
I had Sally Reis in my Intro to Gifted Education class, and I found her to be informative and welcoming, and I was struggling with how I was going to do some of the assignments, and she sat me down and we talked about the situation at my school, and she just helped me see how I could make things make sense within my school. It was wonderful.
She mentored me with all of the academics and the scholarship, but also taught me how to work with graduate students, and that is the legacy that I try to carry on today.
Sally's always been such a wonderful mentor there for me personally and professionally, helping me grow and develop talent and go on to become the researcher, the professor, the teacher that I am.
And I was 48 years old when I came into the doc program, and Sally Reis changed my life. She took me from a teacher in Florida, and where I was happy, but I knew that I needed more. And she changed my life by bringing me to Connecticut, by offering me unlimited opportunity, and by being a mentor to me. The first mentor really I had in my whole life.
She's been such a remarkable person in my life in terms of bringing out new strengths and talents that I didn't even know I had until I had met her. So she has left her mark on my life in ways that no one else has, and I am indebted to Sally Reis because of that.
When I first started working in gifted education, I watched this video of a young you, a young Tomlinson, and this little bitty skinny boy in the middle on a bench named Dell. The three of you with curriculum compacting changed my world.
Sally has changed me in the fact that I have learned to be myself, learned to be a better teacher, learned to listen to my students.
Thank you for inspiring me to achieve many goals in life, and thank you for always reassuring us that we need to nurture all aspects of who we are.
If you knew what kind of an impact you have made on our lives, you would just cry, because I think about you every day. I think about lessons that you and Joe have taught us, and I know that I wouldn't be where I am now if it hadn't been for you and Joe. So here.
I totally agree with Carol that the days I spent at UConn were the best days of my life.
You have made a difference in the lives of all of your students, and especially for me. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about the opportunities, the doors that you opened for me. I am where I am today because of the opportunities that you provided for me, the great education that I had at UConn. I don't think there's a finer mentor on the planet than you, and I think about it every day as I work with my own doctoral students, and I hope I can pass it on to them.
I was a graduate student of yours. You asked me if I could come to UConn
work on a doctorate degree, and at that time, I don't know if you knew, I didn't even know what that meant. You have been my sole role model in most of my life.
Sally, I want you to think back to the good old days when we taught together in Torrington and the night of the special TV show on the kids' type 3s and how we all embarrassed ourselves on TV. I'm sure you'll remember all I could say that night was, "I'm so proud, I'm so proud, I'm so proud of them all." Well, I feel the same way tonight. I am incredibly proud of you, and I know that Letitia is looking down at you tonight and thinking the same thing.